10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm just kidding. This is that cartilage lesion that we were worried about. Oh my God.
Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
What's up, guys? Today is a little turn of the tables. I'm going to be under anesthesia and we're going to be doing a little bone marrow stem cell transplant from my hip all the way to my ankle. Now, I've been experiencing some issues in my ankle, and after doing some research, I found the best doctor that does it, Dr. Sam. He's here down in New York City, and so I'm gonna be going down for about an hour. You guys are gonna be able to kind of see what he's doing, how it's done. This has really never been documented, so stay tuned. It's gonna be pretty interesting. I'm excited to watch this afterwards, actually, but I'm gonna be underneath the anesthesia for a little bit, and we're gonna give you an in-depth look at how this works, and hopefully in a couple months when I go to climb Kilimanjaro, I'll feel 100%. Let's go.
That's funny. The patient's already in the room. Why?
Should I follow you up? Oh, all right. We're going in there?
Yep. We're gonna put your clothes in there. The nurses from recovery will come get you. Because I didn't even ask you. I was kind of rushing you, so I just grabbed you. All right, so.
Wow. Where should my head go?
There.
You're gonna have your stomach first.
But you're gonna lay on your belly,
Yeah, the
okay?
belly, then we'll.
This is just for getting to the hallway without embarrassing yourself or
No, it's
anyone
fine.
else.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
All right, so go ahead.
Take it off?
No, lay down that way. Lay down on that.
Got it.
2:18. Thank you, sir.
This is actually pretty sketchy.
You can take this down.
Turn your head to the side.
We would get a pillow maybe for his,
Feel good. Process pretty smooth.
What music did you choose?
I chose oldies. I love Beatles. Like, I just feel like that vibe and that timeline of when music was coming out is just my go-to. All right, ready? Just putting the anesthesia in. Let's start counting down. You ready?
Yeah.
It's in, man. You gotta start counting.
15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm just kidding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You made it.
-1. -2.
That was perfect timing. Right down at one. Right down at 1. That's it. So at this point, we're marking out the nerve around the ankle, just for safety and to kind of guide us when we're getting into the ankle joint. What we're doing here is we're exsanguinating the leg, or basically getting the blood out of the leg and inflating the tourniquet so that there's no blood that gets in our way when we're looking with the arthroscopy tools. So at this point we make 2 small incisions in the ankle to get our camera and our tools in the ankle joint. At this point I'm inserting my camera into one of the incisions that we made in the ankle joint to get a picture. This is kind of the view that I'm looking for. You can see the talus, which is part of the ankle joint, and you can see the end of the shin bone or tibia, the plafond. We're kind of looking right into that ankle joint right there. That cartilage defect that we saw in the MRI we'll take a look at. It's kind of in the shoulder of that talus, but he's also developing a little bit of arthritis that we saw in MRI too that you can see here. I'm actually inserting one of the tools that we use in arthroscopy procedures. It's a small little shaver, so it kind of oscillates or vibrates back and forth and kind of trims back the tissue that we put close to it. He does have a little bit of an anterior spur, which we see sometimes when you start to develop arthritis in the ankle, so we might address that a little bit later. This is that cartilage lesion that we were worried about on MRI. And it's right on the medial shoulder of the talus, kind of like a trap door where it's kind of hinged on one side and can be lifted and mobile, but it does seem to have some intact cartilage on the hinge part. Okay, so now we're going to actually go get some of the bone marrow and stem cells from Devon's hip. There's two good places to get stem cells, I think, either from fat or from bone marrow. So for people like Devon that have 4% body fat, it's really hard to harvest those stem cells. So that's why we kind of chose getting it from his hip. We tend to get it from the iliac crest, or part of your hip bone. You want to make sure your technique's good, where you're going deep enough to get where the good marrow cells kind of live. You have to use this what's called a trocar. It's a heavy needle that goes into the bone, and then we actually aspirate or suck out those stem cells from inside his hip bone. Yeah, so here you can see I'm pulling out the bone marrow, and what we do is we take little bits and then turn the needle to get different areas of bone marrow geography, I guess. You're pulling a little bit from different parts of the bone. So at this point, we've gotten the bone marrow out of the hip, we've gotten the stem cells out, and so what we're doing now is we're going back into the ankle joint, and I want to see where I'm putting these because he has this very specific kind of lesion. So I'm taking my needle and we're going to drain all the fluid out, and then I'm going to put my needle back in with the bone marrow aspirate, and we're going to put it right in that trap door. At the same time, we decided to do the same kind of situation for his knee and put some stem cells in his knee as well.
I feel amazing right now. Borderline. I want to go sweat a little bit just to keep my body moving. I should probably rest, but we'll see. I feel good. I feel amazing. We have a barbecue tonight at the house. I feel good. I'm curious on what he found in there, but I think overall it went well. Going to a boot. I imagine this boot for a week, and then transfer over to a walking boot. But I'm definitely still a little trippy. Like, dude,
Excited.
You got a dart in your neck type feeling. That's what I feel like.
What is it, shorts?
My boxers. They took my boxers off.
Dude, wait.
Surgery. Not sure what they did, but oh my God.
It's huge.
Wow. So they did 2 procedures. No. So how long do you think I should sit here for?
You're ready. I'm just waiting for this to be done.
I have a meeting in 30 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Let's go.
I'm
Listen.
I'm good to go. I think. I don't know.
I mean, you were saying that ever since you got up. I mean, at the OR, you said you're ready to go lift some weights and do push-ups and stuff like that. So it's been a good 40 minutes. You were saying
bike,
that.
maybe sauna, maybe not a sauna.
Bad idea.
Bad idea.
Yeah, terrible idea.
No sauna.
No.
Don't do sauna after surgery.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
What do you think? Like, honestly, you probably rest the rest of the day, right?
Yes.
Try not to.
What do you mean
like,
probably?
What do you mean probably? Did you know what you just did?
No, I mean, I do,
But not really.
but like,
No.
So why are you throwing punches?
I mean, you could be in bed doing that.
speed.
No.
Was I, did I sleepwalk at all?
Sleepwalk.
Did I talk in my sleep?
You were barely sleeping here, so I don't know what you were doing in there. But in there, they knock you out pretty well. You're not gonna be able to do anything.
Got it. Easy.
You didn't say anything crazy either, so you
Okay.
don't have to worry about that.
That's good.
So,
Ooh.
instructions.
Disgusting.
Go.
Lay off that foot. It's not allowed to be stepped on.
So
Okay.
crutches,
Oh.
obviously.
Yes, crutches. So non-weight bearing. You're gonna be resting. Okay. When you are resting, laying in bed, you're gonna be elevating that foot.
Got it.
You see how your foot's on a pillow? Well, it was on a pillow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Kicked it off.
that's what you're gonna put your foot on. Okay.
Elevated.
Yeah, don't sit down and let your foot dangle. That thing will swell up and it's going to be painful.
Got it.
You don't want that. So keep that dressing dry. That's going to be your homework.
Try not to drink alcohol.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, for 24 hours, you can't. After that, if you're on pain meds, you can't drink alcohol,
Got it.
of course.
Glass of wine a day keeps the doctor away.
Exactly.
Right?
But I won't tell you to take tequila and then you trip and then you crush that foot of yours and you'll be back
Yeah,
here
yeah,
again.
no, yeah. Okay, I'll
All
keep
right.
it pretty light.
Okay.
Jade's birthday is still today. Happy birthday, Jade.
You're sitting that one out. TikTok.
GYMSHARK.
Alright,
Boxers. Guys, I hope you really like this video. Please like and subscribe. Thanks so much for joining. No, but seriously, I feel really good. Definitely a little whoa, you know what I mean? I'm excited to show you guys how I'm going to be recovering on this. Rest equals rust at the end of the day. Me just sitting on the couch, I don't believe that that'll fully recover me. And so definitely going to be doing upper body, definitely going to be, you know, doing things that won't impact my ankle, but will just keep my blood flowing. Because at the end of the day, that's what heals you the fastest. And so if you do have an injury, you are, you know, taking preventative measures to accelerate your body to the optimal performance, make sure that you're doing active recovery. That's what I'm going to be doing. And I believe we're going to add that to this video as well. So check it out.
I think she specifically said not to swing your leg.
Alright, so I've had this on for about 7 days. I'm not gonna lie, I did take it off. I don't know if I was supposed to, but it just was getting itchy and I don't know, I didn't move my ankle when I took it out. So anyways, took it out. I did a ton of compression pant therapy. I used the Therabody compression pants and it would basically suck in and then let it go. Suck in, let it go, and that just promotes blood flow. And so I think that helped. I took the cast off, or the wrap off, and I did icing on my ankle through this special machine. I didn't go ice directly to the skin. It was a special machine that pushes cool water through a device and it just cools your whole ankle. So that was fun. And yeah, let's see how it healed over the last 10 days.
Does it feel different than kind of before surgery?
I feel like I could go crush something, yeah. I mean, I think I'll notice it probably more when I go for a run. Obviously not for a little bit, but there was some pretty excruciating pain. I don't know if that's just like the healing. Just like maybe throughout the night, I would just wake up and it was pulsing and I was just like, ah! Or anytime, not now, it kind of stopped in the last couple of days, but honestly, anytime I would just stand up, I felt like blood was just rushing to my ankle and it would just throb, so I just put it back up immediately.
Okay.
But now, I mean, I don't know, I've been holding it down, it feels pretty good.
Good. How much you been walking on this thing?
I haven't walked on it at all.
Okay.
I swear to God.
Alright, lay back this way.
I
believe you.
I have taken my cast off.
Yeah, I know.
You probably
I can tell.
Okay.
That's not my work.
What do you mean?
This shoddy job here, dude. I've been around. I know. People are like,
Oh, you're gonna love me. I got cotton balls in the back of the cast to make like
a little bit more padding.
yeah. But it feels like I don't know. Like I move my toes, it doesn't hurt. But I really haven't put any pressure on my foot.
Okay.
I did that. I was just like, anytime I would take it out of the cast, I wouldn't like try to move my ankle around. I would just hold it like exactly how the cast was.
Good.
I wasn't being like an idiot with it, which
Okay. All right.
it was honestly a lot of like I talked to Odell, I was talking to Bennett, like, and we were going over like this specific thing, and they're like, dude, whatever you do, like just f***ing let it heal. They're like, don't be an idiot, don't go and work out.
Giving you good advice.
And I'm like, word.
Carries more weight when it comes from Odell.
Yeah, right. He's like, dude, trust me. And I'm like, all right.
All right, so we're gonna take those.
There's stitches in there, right?
I used absorbable stitches.
Oh,
so
cool.
the same stuff we use in plastic surgery. Cool. So you're gonna have, real pretty scars.
I love some pretty scars.
I know chicks dig scars, but you're not even gonna be able to see them.
Let's go.
So that's
Wow.
one little guy.
There's literally no scars. I mean, that.
I take pride in my scars,
Dude, I'm not even kidding. I think that was from itching. Like
The redness, you mean?
yeah, it's probably not even from
So here's what I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but you do an insanely good job. I don't even know where you slid in.
take pride in my scars. It's one of the things I teach the residents and the fellows. I'm like, dude,
I can't believe the video of me passing out.
that's a good one. You got behind the scenes access for sure. So I'm gonna put another set of these on. If they're on in a week, you can take them off yourself. You can get them wet. All that. This all looks great.
Cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit swollen. That's normal. You haven't walked on it. We haven't really moved you much. Pain with that at all?
No.
It's all good there.
Yeah. I was afraid to do this.
Yeah. So that's good, right?
Yeah.
So this is looking inside your ankle. So this is your tibia or your shin bone. Okay, this is your talus, or part of your ankle bone. The first thing you kind of notice is that there's a little bit of extra bone here. It's that bone spur that I was telling you about. This is another view of it. And then if you look here, this is the cartilage on your talus. So this is that when I was telling you, you had a little bit of extra wear. This is a zoomed in version, but there's these grooves on the cartilage, which is some early arthritis. So part of it might be because you have these extra bone spurs. Part of it might be that you've just done a lot with that ankle, This is kind of some extra bone spurs on the talus too that you kind of see. But this kind of rubs on that, or this rubs on that. You can kind of see these grooves. The whole point of doing this procedure is for cartilage issues.
Got it.
This is just a little bit worse than what I was expecting, kind of based on the MRI. This is the first picture I took of that little defect. So, cartilage should look like a cue ball if you play pool, right? Okay. Smooth, shiny. This, you can see there's like a little bubble here. Yep. It's almost like about to flip over. This is me actually pushing on that bubble, and it's almost like a trap door. So the whole thing kind of like goes like, that.
Well, I wonder if I could have done it when I was playing college football and I landed on my heel really bad. Mm-hmm. Like to the point I was out for like 2 games. Mm-hmm. I wonder if that could have caused.
Absolutely. I mean, basically all the force from the ground goes through that one bone. Yeah. That one bone, right? That talus bone takes all the force and then transfers it up. This is again me probing. You see how there's that thing. That's what we're really going in to see what it looked like. Sometimes the MRI underestimates what it really looks like, and it's not a trap door. It's like a whole, like just a sewer cover that's about to pop off, right?
Got it.
So this, you had at least a hinge that was working. This is my probe pushing it back down. So this is this.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So those are the live images, right, of what I was trying to explain with the pictures. So you know, what we did is I used the tool to kind of roughen up underneath it, almost trying to get your body to recognize it as an area of injury. Yeah, that's insane.
Dude, holy smokes. Look at that little thing in there. Getting it out.
Yeah. Well, so in the past, you know, there's options, right? So some people would
Cut it.
take that whole thing out and say, hey, it's not going to heal. And then they'd poke holes in the bone. Or they put, there's like biocartilage, or there's different things that we try to fill that defect with.
Right.
And then, you know, but that's what we were talking about before. That's like 6 months of recovery, right? We don't want you're not climbing Kilimanjaro doing that.
No way.
So this is kind of, hey, let's see if we can get it to heal on its own, or at least get you feel better. And then if not, we have options moving forward.
Cool.
So this is just different. I'll show you these different. This is me cleaning up that little fleck of something, so hopefully it sits better. So this is like, if you see here.
Where is that on my ankle right now? Is it? Oh, it's on the inside.
On the inside part.
Whoa, got it. This side hurt right now. Like, it's just sore.
It's sore, yeah. So the other thing that's probably contributing a little bit to that soreness is, if you remember that bone spur, so this thing here, this is like a before, here. This is after, kind of smooth down that bone spur. So hopefully it's gonna give you a little bit more mobility with your ankle, and then hopefully also, you know, not push down on that cartilage as much.
Yeah. You're shaving it right now?
Yeah, I'm just shaving that little bit. I don't want to shave this. This is the money right here. I want this to heal, but there was a little fleck of cartilage that was kind of coming up like a finger up here.
So essentially it's almost like having a scab on your body and it's about to peel off, but you're like, let's actually just put a Band-Aid over it, clean some stuff up around it, and let it heal back onto your body.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
I didn't go to med school, but I have a little common sense.
Let's see. And this is my needle here, kind of coming right on that trapdoor underneath it. We've kind of flooded that area with the stem cells. Then we also kind of put it throughout the whole rest of the ankle. Your whole ankle is filled with stem cells from your hip. We put these stem cells in this area and around the cartilage that's not normal. Part of the reason I kept you from putting weight on it is if the stem cells do their job, they'll see this and help your body kind of seal that area up and hopefully get it to kind of heal back down, right? That's the idea behind this whole process, is like, you know, use your own body's potential to try to get that area to heal.
Love that. By the way, you're watching a video the whole time when you're doing the surgery?
It's like playing a video. It's like playing a video game.
Really?
It's like a screen.
So dope.
Yeah, PS4 controller. The video kind of tells the biggest part of the story, right? You're like, all right, I get it. We have to get this thing to heal. If we're doing all this stuff, we want to at least protect you a little bit.
Okay.
Because it's a short period of time in the grand scheme of things, but if we get it to heal, then it's a huge win.
Yeah,
and
100%.
we're avoiding a bigger surgery.
Cool.
Because, you know, there's another surgery too, which is, you know, definitive surgery. We actually have to cut. We make a bigger incision. We cut this bone to flip it open so we can see that pothole, and then we take cartilage and bone from a donor and fill the pothole with cartilage and bone from somebody else. But that's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. So let's try to not do that.
Like chugging vodka.
Yeah, keg stands or whatever.
Yeah. With the boot on.
Yeah.
Don't do keg stands with the boot on.
Yeah. Try not to.
Yeah.
No, I mean everything within reason, I think is fine.
I'm pumped to get in the boot.
Right now, the biggest thing is getting your swelling down, which can take time, and then just working on gentle range of motion.
Let's go. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, dude. Good to see you.
Walking around, being mobile. You may still have to use the crutches.